Fresh out the shower. Okay, the best part of my day. When it's over. I'm not going to think about all my schoolwork that I haven't completed. It was due Sunday. Semester's over this Sunday, so I have Sunday's assignment, which is a big project. I have tomorrow's assignment, which is a kind of a blog post that I have to write, a report. And then I have another Sunday assignment. I'm not going to be able to do anything tomorrow because I'm working all day. Yay! So let's see. First thing, we'll turn this space heater off. Go into the kitchen here. It's a rainy day. So, we got this dino dust, which is crushed pumpkin seeds. I'm gonna put some sauerkraut in there and mix it all together. Then I'm going to I got some nutritional yeast also. I got the nutritional yeast to make it less liquidy. Let's see, okay, I need a spoon or a spatula. A spoon or a spatula? Here's a spoon. So that's the pumpkin seeds, the nutritional yeast, and here comes the cabbage. use it tomorrow. Okay. I also wanted to put some extra Celtic salt. And here's where it gets crazy. Habanero powder. Mm. This is a freaking gut buster, huh? Oh my god. I just realized anybody eating this, they're gonna be cleaned out. Which I guess is a good thing, huh? Alright. So I like to keep the plastic right. Ooh, a fig. I had figs, by the way. I keep the plastic there, and then I'll peel it. I'll peel them right onto the plastic. Point. Fair point. Oh, I gotta give that some thought. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up there, Dion?
Yeah, so, you still talk to that wacko?
Sir Doyle?
No, the one that dresses like Dracula.
Dracula?
You know, the one that's named, that changes her name every 4 times, that dresses like Dracula.
I guess I... Huh?
The one with the 2 dogs.
The one with the 2 dogs.
Yeah, the Dracula made me move out west. You know, I'm living in British Columbia now, right? Victoria. And they have me in a nut house there because of the Dracula.
Oh, man.
She has some kind of weird... Huh?
Are you serious?
I'm not lying to you.
You're...
Because she has some kind of...
You're in a hospital?
Yep, psychiatric hospital. Because what happened was I got off the plane. Okay, check this out. I was sitting in the Hamilton airport and I was waiting for my plane, and I don't know how I did it. I stayed up all night and all day. I did like the red eyes.
Oh God, that'll kill you.
Yeah, I sat on the suitcase I sat on the suitcase all day and all night, right? And she stopped sending people to the airport to rob me. It was crazy. We're talking maybe 30, 40 people. One shot to rob me continuously, right? And so there's some kind of Zoom thing set up where I could hear them talking. I got off the airport. I don't know if it was Vancouver or Richmond. I think it was Vancouver. I got off the airport. I was going to go to a hospital. And I kept hearing them talking on Zoom, saying all kind of shit about my luggage and stuff. So I got mad and I called 911 and I said, you know what, I can't take these voices. I'm going to jump over the bridge.
Oh no, you can't tell them that.
No, I don't think they pulled my license, but it's some kind of green bridge that a lot of people from Washington drive over. Some of them end up getting killed because the lights change on it. Anyways, the taxi has been, like, even now that I'm in the hospital, the taxi's still setting up things, and I got nothing. I'm poor.
Right?
Yes? Okay. I can take it now. Let me call you back in 5 minutes, okay? Yo.
Yeah.
Luke,
All
call
right.
you back in 5.
Sure. Dang. That sucks. I don't want anybody to be involuntarily locked up, having to take drugs against their will. Even if she hates me, I never wished any. Maybe I wished ill on my ex-wife because I was fucked up from fighting, and she was giving my kids junk food, so I wished ill on her because I thought that would save my kids, but I shouldn't have did that. I guess I'll just get back to dinner, and if she calls back, she calls back. But, yeah, my schizo's kicking in right now. She may be a MK Ultra giving me messages. You know, the cover story would be, oh, she's crazy, but the under story might be that she's MK giving me messages from Hollywood. You know? I mean, I thought of self-harm, but I wouldn't tell anybody because I knew that you could be involuntarily locked up for that. They lock you up and say it's for your own good. I ain't about that life. Here's some nori wraps. Oh boy. Hey Rainbow. Dang, you're like having two conversations at once. Yeah. No, I think you'd be surprised. Oh, what? Put this over here. Think of something clever to write back. So, actually, I gotta flip this around. Multitasking. That's why I got two hands. And you're a handful. I'm gonna need both of them. Oh my god. So, for a hand roll, it goes diagonal. And then I'm gonna do like that. And then boom, pow. Good napkin.
Yeah, so be careful with that psychopath. I'm going to tell you something right now. She killed about 365 people around the world. I know it's hard to believe, but you know Justin Trudeau?
Uh-huh.
He's the one that flew her around the world to kill people because he wanted Canada to have a notorious serial killer. But when I was sitting at the airport in Hamilton, she kept sending attacks on me like crazy, all different kinds of people harassing and attacking me. And I actually own WestJet. I own them in airport, but I have nothing to my name domain. And I own Paramount Pictures of Warner Brothers. That's what I got on a reading. And she's lost cause. She's dying, man. Did you know she has a brain a brain tumor? Did you know that she's dying? Have you ever met her?
I'm not sure I know who you... What?
Kelly. Or Melissa Singh, that's her name. Have you ever met her?
Oh. That's who you're talking about. I didn't know.
Do you know that's the most dangerous person you could ever be around?
I stopped talking to her.
Well, I don't blame you. I know you bought her cup to come down on Caramel Search a long time ago, but
What happened?
I thought, like, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Say it again?
Apparently, I killed 2 people. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
You said you killed 2 people?
Well, I don't know. That's what I was told in my intuition. Do you want to know anything? Ask me, and I'll tell you.
Do I want to know anything? So, how long are you gonna... When are you gonna get out?
Oh, this is not lost. The guy said this is for a week, so I'm doing an appeal. Tomorrow I keep asking them to do an appeal. I don't know where that's going to go, but this one is temporary. It's not like Canada. They can do it for months and months. Like, it's not like Ontario. They can do it for months and months, right? Like, I had to call a lawyer today because Paramount Pictures was filming me since 95. And they never paid me for it, and I had to call a lawyer today to get my payment. I'm waiting for the lawyer to call me back. He's away till the end of March, basically, but he probably knows what's going on. You should see this hospital, how fucked up it is, man. It's beyond fucked up. I can't even...
So sorry.
I know I don't even know why I even have to be here, but I had a house that I purchased, and I let a junkie move in the basement, not me. And the junkie took over my house, and the junkie was setting up the 2 bedrooms of the house to make it into a in-call prostitution thing, and I caught onto it, and that didn't fly by, and then the junkie had people going in and out, and then I bought food and the junkie was eating my food, and I'm like, you took rent money from me because I thought this was your house, but this is my house. I own it. Why are you eating my food? And then that's when I got kicked out, right? When I said something like that. So the Welland police, that wasn't in Hamilton, that was in Welland, which is close to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
The Welland police are in trouble. You know what lawsuits I have going on? Oh yeah, and I bought a gold cross and it's gone. I bought it from my rich mall. It's gone. They said somebody picked it up, so a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. A lot of bad shit going on.
I hope you get out soon.
I call her Packy, right? The one named Kelly. I could hear her saying, check how she's letting him make $100 per phone call. I don't know why she's saying that. Do you have any ideas?
I don't make any money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wish.
I feel like it's asthma.
I wish we could
I feel like you can't breathe.
You feel like what?
I feel like you can't breathe like you have asthma.
Oh yeah. I might have a natural gas leak in the... I moved up to the 3rd floor of my apartment building. Shit's killing me. That's why my hair was falling out.
My hair doesn't fall out. I don't know anymore. Okay. The reason why it looked like it was falling out is because somebody was putting Nair in. Nair, you know that? N-A-I-R stuff on my skull. And it looked like it was falling out. Yeah.
I thought it...
New York.
What?
How has New York been?
I'm having a tough time.
Well, aren't we all so much?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, like it could make a lot of money. Because I don't even need a crystal ball, I just use my spiritual forces. Like, ask Jesus the question right now and no answer. He's showing up. What do you want to know?
Who?
Ask a question and somebody I know will show up. Jesus or whoever. Ask the question.
Oh, okay.
Right now it's Jesus showing up.
Oh, cool. I don't know what to ask.
See, that's the thing. We have to know what to ask. I'll give you a reading. My child, this man is in dire straits. You might not like what he has to say. Just take it with a grain of salt. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Just take it. Hold up. Hold on, I feel like I've had some. My child, this man is in dire straits. His life is unoccupied and all over the place. His sons don't care about him enough because one of them do not belong to him. One of his children, they're not his blood, and that would be the older one. The younger one is his blood. They have brain disorders, the both of them, that cause them to not function at a normal capacity. The way they are functioning is they won't be able to take care of themselves when they are grown up and older. The wife has promiscuous activities such as sugar daddies that are 80-year-old and prostitution. She is carrying the virus of HIV, which she has gotten her son involved in that kind of activity. Do you want me to stop her?
Oh, this is a reading?
Yeah, this is the reading. This is what God is telling you. I have asthma. That's what God said. Like, do you want to know, God, what can you tell him positive? What positive thing can you tell him for his life that could change for the better? The only positive thing I can tell this man is because this man is also carrying HIV. He got it shortly after he left him, or the soul transfer left him. He was never with you, and he already knows about soul transfers. The only positive thing I can tell him is for him to get rehabilitated with physio, get his head checked with scans because there's lesions in there that cause bleeding. And he might want to get himself back to work because other than that, nothing at a veil will ever help him. Not the way that he's going. I know you didn't want to hear that, but
Okay.
that's what he said.
Wow.
That's what he said. That's God that's saying that. Let me try it with me as an example. Hold on. God, what is it that you want to tell me, good or bad? It doesn't matter. God, Mary, Joseph, Jesus, what do you want to tell me? It's Joseph coming in. I want to let you know that you have demolished Catholic. Catholic is diminishing because of you, and you are a great and wonderful person. You have poverty just like the man that you're speaking to, but you're trying to make the best of it. And the best of it will become the best of it. You don't rely on one source, but you've never given up on what God has given you. You've never given up. You're going through what Job has went through in the Bible, and you're proving yourself over and over again that you don't have to sell your soul or do anything sinful to make a way of life, and that is what we are proud of. And that young man that you're speaking to can get healing. He can be healed, but he's into Satanism, such as Masonic stuff, which is what we don't agree with. Is that true?
What's that?
What Joseph is telling me, Joseph, that's the father of Jesus, is that you're into Masonic stuff, which is what they don't agree with.
Oh. I'm not a Mason.
No, but you're into it.
What do you mean?
I thought I remember you doing Mason stuff.
No, I
You
went
might
to
come and give me.
I went to one meeting, but I never joined.
It doesn't matter. You were hanging out with a Mason. I feel like that Mason has passed away.
He definitely changed lately.
If he's still alive, it's show me a coffin, or does that mean he's gonna die soon? It's showing 12 in a coffin.
12?
Yep. Could be 12 days, could be 12 weeks, could be 12 months.
12 years?
Or yeah, years. Yep. I don't see him making it that long. You know what, Liz, I gotta go, man. I can't breathe for some reason. I'm sorry, I can't breathe. I wish you the best of luck. I hope things work out for you, and go get your head checked. Remember what I told you. Be very careful of that satanic demon serial killer that I just warned you about.
Okay. I'm getting another call. Call me back if you want.
Okay, take care.
Oh, shit. So Doyle was calling me. Londos, that was your old friend. What a night. It's the girl from Canada. Now nobody's picking up. What the hell? Hello?
Hello, good evening. My name is Marie. I'm from Garden Place.
Yes.
I was calling regarding with Richard.
Yeah.
When he went out, I would like to know if he's with you.
Oh. He called me and he said he had to go to the hospital.
He went after that. I think he came back. What hospital he went to? What time he called you to say that? Because he had 2 appointments today. A dentist. You know. Can you get a contact with him? Because I tried the number he has. It's not working.
You called his phone? Let me give you
Yes.
the number.
Thank you.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
516
Uh-huh.
673
673
3349.
3349. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to get in contact with him.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right. I'm sorry for the time.
That's all right. Oh shoot, I just gave Sir Doyle's phone number out on the air. Don't stalk Sir Doyle, guys. Don't prank him. Why am I a dummy this time? I'll tell you what. If somebody's mad at you, you listen. Oh, yeah. Easy for you to say. I thought you were gonna say I'm a dummy for taking that phone call. But what I was gonna say is, when somebody's mad at me anyway, I can't speak for everybody else, I listen. I listen because even if they're crazy or out of pocket, as the kids say, talking crazy, there might be a nugget in there. Better start dyeing your hair. Yeah, no, what I do is I shave. I get it shaved up. Yeah, it's pretty gray, huh? Man, what happened to the time, Mondos? What happened? We were both young when we first met. You're wrong though, I listen. I listen a lot. It all goes in. Who new subscriber on YouTube? It all goes in. But I don't have to do. That's the difference. Listening means I'll let you speak your piece. But I don't have to take advice, that's true. That part is true, which is what you're insinuating. That I don't listen to anyone. Because I don't do what everybody wants. That's true. Maybe when you were younger, not now. um, Robbie, I don't understand what you wrote. You know how to cautious of people you can't see? What do you mean? How to be cautious?
Wow.
What makes speech truly free? It's not the government opinion. By Aaron Solomon. On Monday, the Supreme Court heard 4 hours of oral arguments in 2 major social media cases, one from Florida and one from Texas. In Moody v. NetChoice and NetChoice v. Paxton, the court is faced with 2 cases involving state laws regulating content moderation on social media platforms. The cases raise the question of whether these state laws regulating social media companies' content moderation practices comply with the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. In 2021, Florida and Texas pioneered U.S. state legislation regulating social media platforms, with numerous states following their lead. These laws, aimed at limiting social media giants' ability to moderate content and mandating them to disclose specific information publicly, now find their fate subject to Supreme Court scrutiny. Initially, federal courts in both states blocked the laws, siding with the social media company's First Amendment claims. However, appeals led to mixed rulings. As Florida lawyer Charles Cartwright explains in the Florida case, the 11th Circuit ruled that the law SB 7972 likely violated the First Amendment, while the 5th Circuit created what's known as a circuit split by ruling differently on a similar Texas law, HB 20. The Supreme Court agreed in September to review both.
Did you hear what happened to Doyle? They're taking him off Thorazine. So they had to admit him to the hospital, not the psych ward. He got a really bad sunburn going to church on Sunday, just by waiting for the bus. His whole face was red. I saw him on Sunday night. His face got swollen on Monday, and Monday he went to the hospital or something. He got a report. Tuesday he took selfies. Today he is getting taken off the Thorazine. He said he's gonna let me know when he's at his final destination. So he said it's going to take a couple of weeks. How long does it take to come off Thorazine? Does Thorazine need to be tapered? It's important to taper off this medication slowly to avoid severe withdrawal reactions, even if you're replacing Thorazine with another medication. So, he said he's going to let me know when he gets to his, he gets to the place. He said either something Oaks or Long Island Jewish or something. It's like an extended stay hospital, I guess. And I told him I'll bring him food, whatever he needs. So, the good news is he's not getting locked up in Pilgrim again. So, and maybe they'll let me bring the camera in and we can stream. Robbie, extreme trauma can I don't know the right word, kick off or start or cause schizophrenia. Extreme trauma can cause somebody to become schizophrenic. They hallucinate to deal with the brutal reality. So, after my divorce and losing my kids, I began to believe that induce, okay, here you go, induce. Don't say where he is. Okay. After the trauma of divorce and losing my kids, I began to believe that there was a government/Hollywood conspiracy to make me into a famous, I don't know, influencer or star, whatever. And this person that was on the phone before The other message is on my other phone. My roommate's texting me. Bruh. He's watching. I thought he stopped watching for a second. My viewers went from 3 to 2. I got 3 viewers. You, Londos, Rainbow, I think, still, and Robbie. Robbie's texting me. Yeah, roommate. Roommate / bandmate. Might be part of the conspiracy. Dad's coming back soon. A couple of days. We're gonna work something out. Let me finish my story. There was a guy in Canada named Wally. He found me online. He was a fan from the show, from The Ultimate Fighter. And he claimed to have the same birthday as me, except 1 year prior. So he was born April 27th, 1979. He sent me a postcard with this tower in Canada, which was the headquarters of the Canadian something broadcasting company. And then this woman, Dion, messaged me on Twitter and ended up visiting me from Canada. And we had a 7-year-long relationship. Off and on. She claimed to be psychic and spoke to the other side. But in my schizophrenic brain, I believe that she actually was an MK Ultra. She was a how do I say this? A failed actress who became an escort and then incorporated into the military. And in my theory, the military and Hollywood, they connect at the top. Like that base in California that Jared Leto owns, the base in the hills where supposedly they launched the alternative movement of the 60s. There's a supposedly it's the base, the military base where Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing. And it's a legit base. It's not, the other things could be argued, but the base is actually there and Jared Leto actually owns it. But anyway, you know, at the top of the pyramid, the CIA, the military, they're in cahoots. You know, Hollywood uses MK Ultra brainwashing techniques, stuff like that. So I think this girl, and I fell in love with her. You know, I'm a human, and they used the technique called love bombing on me. So I fell for her, although she did, you know, act out, and we broke up a few times. But anyway, that was her who called, and there were some messages in there. You know, my brain is still schizophrenic, so I think that she's not actually in a psych ward, but she's calling from her government base, military base, and giving me these secret messages that are encoded in her crazy rant. I could go either way. Part of me believes both to be true. That she's just a crazy, but also the other thing that I just said about the conspiracy. Go back and listen, Lando. She talked about you. She said she called from a psych ward. I'm full. Yeah, Londo, she foretold of your passing. Thorazine is a byproduct of heroin, really? Damn. From what? I'm gonna get you with the dim mark. 5 finger, I'm gonna go just boop, bop, 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 bop. 5 finger death touch. Hey Miranda. Hey. I'm just stuffing myself. It's really it's just a bunch of things put together that I had. It's a nori sheet ripped in half. In here is sauerkraut mixed with ground pumpkin seeds, and I'm kind of rolling it into a what would be called, I think, a temaki in Japan. which is a hand roll or a sushi cone. And then I'm rolling a sliced pear into it. I'll show you. It's alright. The sauerkraut's a little watery, but you know. Should wrap the bottom tighter. It's dripping out. I'm so mineral deprived from overtraining and not sleeping that if I have food in the house, I'm gonna eat it. I can't fast. I can fast, but I have to get rid of all the food. So all I have left in the fridge is sauerkraut. I'm gonna eat, I don't know, there's 4 more wraps here. I'm not gonna eat 4 more wraps. I'm gonna eat a couple if I can stuff myself, and then I'm gonna throw the rest out. And then all I'll have left in the fridge is sauerkraut. The recipe was prescribed to me by another life food chef, Thomas Hurley. Because of my leaky gut condition. You love sauerkraut, Robbie? Cool. I got a lot. I got probably 4 mason jars left full. So I got leaky gut. I can't really eat much right now in terms of recipes. So I think it's like if I'm not hungry enough to eat sauerkraut, then I'm not hungry. So I don't know. There's got to be a reason why it was prescribed to me. I know cabbage is very healing. You're on Tibet, of course. Every day. Who do you think you're talking to, Miranda? Every day. I just started saving for aged. I haven't had it yet. I got 2 bottles under the sink for aged. I want to put it in my hair because it has stem cells in it, right? Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific method to make it. Just, I guess it's the first morning. Just save it. Then as far as using it, pay no attention to Londos, he's just a crank. As far as using it, you don't need a lot. You can actually use a dropper from what I heard. I'm sure there's a lot of info on it though. You can certainly find out more than what I would be able to tell you. I don't want to eat it anymore. Love to you, Miranda. Where are you? You're in Arizona, right? Utah? I feel like you're in Arizona. Where you at? And how'd you meet David? I want to hear about your life food story. Maybe if you don't want to tell it tonight, that's okay. I don't even want to eat this, but I don't want to. I also let any pears go to waste. It's my excuse. California. Liver flushes and urine therapy. Good on you, mate. Love it. Now, here's the real question. How do you feel about coffee enemas? Be right back. Okay. Londos, you're beginning to believe you're the only person who's not insane? So you're sane in the crazy world? Is that what you're saying? Sane in the crazy world. Urine enemas, okay. Yeah. Oh, really? Stone leaves without coffee. Nice. So it sounds like you've done it before, but you don't feel the need to anymore. Nice. If I eat more pears, I'm not gonna need an enema, Robbie said. What do I think? I mean, that's just the way I learned it. When I met David in 2006, I was a professional fighter. And I made my own schedule, so I pretty much spent every day at his shop in New York City. And I was there for 5 years until they closed. Might have been 4 years. And that's how I learned, you know. I learned to do the coffee enema to pass the big stones. Because it dilates the liver and the sphincter of Adi, which is the opening of the gallbladder. However, it does say right there in the book, it's optional. That's supposed to leave the body and not enter it. That's a good point, Londos. What Dr. Jubb says is that to undo the unnatural living, you have to do something that's not quite natural in the coffee enema. It's not natural to take coffee in that orifice. That's true. And it's also not natural to drink, 4 to 10 ounces of olive oil and lemon juice. But we're doing something kind of drastic to jumpstart the body's healing. Also, up until the 1940s, I believe, when Rockefeller took over the medical establishment, enemas were part of regular hospital practice. Drinking turpentine. Well, natural turpentine is technically pine oil. Londos, you might want to look that up, since you know everything. You think you know everything. Turpentine is pine oil. The oil of the pine tree. We got a new message from the government. It's midnight, so this is going to be the last story. This is going to be the last story. Alright, guys, for the night. And then I'll start doing the news again, I promise. TASS Russian news agency. I love getting these unbiased Russian news stories. I put the air quotes up, but you know what? At this point, I might trust the Russian news over the Western mainstream news. You know what I mean? After 2020 and all that. 2019 or whatever. Lavrov says current IOC leaders push global sports into crisis. According to the Russian foreign minister, efforts to adapt Russian Olympic athletes to the new realities deserve special attention. Let me just see, what time do I have to babysit tomorrow? 8:30. The current leaders of the International Olympic Committee and athletic federations Hold on, let me bring this over here. I'll be back to doing the regular news, guys, I promise. Every night. I tried to take off the nightly news and go to sleep early, but I ended up staying up the same night, same time anyway. Oh man, that was good coconut water. The current leaders of the International Olympic Committee and athletic federations are plunging the world sports into a crisis, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said. Specialists who will dive deeply into this reality, who will develop future ways to lead the international sports movement out of the crisis, which the current heads of sports federations and the International Olympic Committee are plunging it into. These specialists will absolutely be in demand. Lavrov said at a meeting of the Supervisory Board of Moscow State Institute for International Relations, also known as MGIMO, MGIMO. According to the minister, efforts to adapt Russian Olympic athletes to the new realities deserve special attention. Through the educational programs of MGIMO, the Olympian Foundation, the Russian Olympic Committee, they are being introduced to non-Western, so to speak, elements of the international sports, he said. I have absolutely no doubt that understanding what is happening in the world sports, understanding the need to make it truly democratic, depoliticized, will open great prospects. Oh, that was a nice short story. Alright, hold on, let me block this so you guys don't see the number of the secret government headquarters sending me these news broadcasts to talk about. This is the conspiracy that I was talking about before. They want me to become like an alternative influencer. Archaeologists discover mysterious stone circle built before... Oh no. Gonna be up late? Stop it! Mysterious stone circle built before the Great Pyramids. What? More than 3,000 years ago? Do you know how old the pyramids are, bro? Come on, man. Don't be silly. The pyramids are very old. Oh, God. Alright, I'm just muting this so I can see the chat. She sounds bad. Yeah, she sounded it's like her speech was slurring. Archaeologists have discovered a mysterious stone circle. And it looks like my logo, actually. There it is. It's the mysterious stone circle. And look, there's an M. Stands for mysterious. They say... Oh, wait. In the Andes Mountains. That's South America, right? Where's the Andes Mountains? Mountain range in South America. Oh, wow. Look at that. It goes all along there, huh? Holy. Sheesh. The longest continental mountain range in the world, forming a continuous highland along the western edge of South America. Sheesh. Look at that. Oh, my. That's where all the quinoa comes from. Let's go. Let's go Andes. And I'm not talking about the candy. Not talking about those delicious mint candies we used to get around Christmas time. The circular stone plaza, which measures around 60 feet in diameter, consists of 2 concentric walls made from unshaped stones set vertically in the ground. According to a study reporting the find in the journal Science Advances. 2 concentric circle walls. So that is the logo. Look, it's one out here and one on the inside. Wow. I was before my time. Thousands of years before my time. I'm actually from the future. The monument is at the Calakpuma archaeological site in northern Peru's Cajamarca Basin, which lies around 10,000 feet above sea level near the summit of a peak in the Andes. Stretching for more than 5,000 miles along the western edge of South America, the Andes range is the longest in the world. Oh yeah. Using radiocarbon dating techniques, researchers determined that initial construction of the circular plaza took place around 4,750 years ago, corresponding to the late Precambric period of Andean archaeology. I don't believe it. I think the pyramids are way older than what they've been said to be. Is this it right here? Wow. Huh. That's it, huh? They discovered it. I think a bunch of kids made it. This structure was built approximately 100 years before the Great Pyramids of Egypt and around the same time as Stonehenge. Jason Tuhui, anthropological archaeologist with the University of Wyoming and lead author of the study, said in a press release. The circular plaza is an example of monumental megalithic architecture, which refers to prehistoric structures built using large stones. According to the study, the find at Calakpuma represents one of the earliest examples of monumental megalithic ceremonial architecture in the Americas. I like that, ceremonial. Londos, you need your own show, bro. Why don't you come here with a come over with a luchador mask so you don't have to show yourself, and then you can have the chat rag on you. The monument was built using large, freestanding, and vertically placed megalithic stones. This construction method has never been reported before in the Andes and is distinct from other monumental plazas in the region. Little is known about the people who built it, but the form and scale of the structure, as well as the lack of domestic artifacts in the vicinity, indicate that it was probably ceremonial in function. It was probably a gathering place and ceremonial location for some of the earliest people living in this part of the Cajamarca Valley. Oh. Hold on, I'm getting my hoodie on. Getting a hoodie on. Okay. Okay. These people were living a primarily hunting and gathering lifestyle, and probably had only recently begun growing crops and domesticating animals. Monumental architecture is associated with social complexity in ancient human societies, yet the drivers of its origins remain poorly understood. This form of architecture is purposefully constructed to be larger and sometimes more elaborate than is needed given its intended function. Authors wrote in the study. The world's earliest ceremonial monumental architecture, whether represented by alignments of megalithic stones, large platforms and buildings, or bounded plazas, tended to be the result of communal action by groups larger than immediate households, and often larger than the population of the local area. Ooh, that's interesting. So, the fuck? Some kind of bug on my hoodie. Damn it. It's so comfortable, there's bugs in it. God damn it. Is it a spider? What is it? It's like floating in my field of vision. It's gonna crawl in my head when I'm sleeping. If it's communal action by groups larger than the population of the local area, that means other tribes or whatever were coming in. So maybe this was a marketplace. What do you think? $10,000 more subs? Huh. 10,000 more subs, you'll have to pay me to come on. Early well-known examples of ceremonial architecture of this kind include the renowned site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. Göbekli Tepe. That sounds like I'm saying something else that's not that. Göbekli Tepe. Go back somewhere. Stonehenge in England and the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Göbekli Tepe, thought to have been constructed by about around 9000 BC, is particularly important here because it was constructed during the pre-pottery Neolithic period, otherwise known as the New Stone Age. by hunting, gathering, foraging peoples on the cusp of sedentary life and food production, the authors said in the study. As with the case of early monumental collective architecture outside Andean South America, for instance at Göbekli Tepe, the construction of monumental ritual architecture in the late pre-ceramic of the coastal and highland central Andes represented a shifting social world, perhaps involving a change from small group-related belief systems to more collective and regionally focused belief and action, the study authors wrote. Oh, so they're saying it was a ceremonial circle or a ritual circle. Huh. Is that what they're saying? I don't get it. What do you think? You have no money like me? Wait, sell what? What were you asking me to sell? You have $1 million home now. Sell that. Sell your $1 million home, get a tour bus, and let's go around. Then I'll let you do your podcast. Oh. Your tattoo may contain ingredients you didn't know about. I got 3 tattoos right here. Okay. Tattooed skin may pose health risks. I think people knew about this, but let's watch anyway. What's going on here? That's a man's neck. Are we supposed to be hearing this? Oh.
The direct opposite part of their body.
Hold on a second. We missed it.
About getting a tattoo, here's a PSA. Study has revealed that tattooed skin actually sweats less than regular skin, and the sweat produced has a higher concentration of sodium than bare skin, which could put you at an increased risk for a heat illness. The study, which was published in the Medicine and Science and Sports and Exercise Journal, looked at 10 healthy young adult males who had at least one tattoo that covered a circular area 5.2 centimeters or larger on one side of their body. The direct opposite part of their body had to be bare skin in order to get as accurate of a comparison as possible. The results found that the tattooed skin produced less sweat overall. The results also found that the sweat produced by the tattooed skin had a higher concentration of sodium.
Ew! What was that? Is the man about to get hung? Oh, what the hell? This screen is technically a TV, so it's weird. Like every time I minimize a window and then bring it back up, it's the wrong size. Alright, I'm gonna block the camera and click the last story, thank God. Alright. I'm gonna go to bed after this. Scientists reveal simple trick to reduce microplastics in your tap water. Reduce microplastics in your tap water. Well, I have a reverse osmosis water filter, so I'm not too concerned about it, but microplastics are everywhere. In our food, our water, and even the air. Oh my God, they're in the air too? Scientists and engineers around the world have developed all sorts of creative strategies to attempt to filter out these tiny plastic particles. But new research has revealed a simple yet effective solution for cleaning drinking water, which is probably already sitting in your kitchen. Microplastics refer to any plastics smaller than 5 millimeters long. They can be found in industrial waste and beauty products, but may also form during the degradation of larger pieces of plastic waste. Many of these plastic pieces end up in our oceans, which are estimated to contain somewhere between 50 and 75 trillion pieces of micro and larger plastics, according to UNESCO's Ocean Literacy Portal. These plastic particles contain chemicals that can interrupt our body's natural release of hormones, potentially increasing our risk of reproductive disorders and certain cancers. They can also carry toxins on their surface, like heavy metals. Over time, these microplastics can break down even further into so-called nanoplastics. These are so tiny that they can pass through our intestines and lungs directly into our bloodstreams, traveling through our bodies and into our vital organs such as our hearts and brains. No way. I never heard that. Nanoplastics? Holy. This is wild. Robbie wants to know, Lundos, if you have a fascination with blood. Well, I don't know about you, Robbie, but Lundos is a 32nd degree Freemason. So he might have done some type of ritual. I don't know. I heard things. I heard there's rituals of different things. I don't know. Lundos, what's your deal? Robbie Lundos says, what's wrong with you? He can't type. You want to send me a text, Robbie? I'll read it to Lundos. What is this? What is this? Lundos, you got nanoparticles in your balls or in your brain. Oh, these are the microplastics. Look at that. Looks like confetti. Robbie says everybody's nuts. It seems everybody's nuts, Londos. With so many of these tiny particles in the ocean, it's perhaps unsurprising that they've ended up in our drinking water too. But thanks to new research from Guangzhou Medical University and Jinan University in China, it may be possible to remove over 80% of these tiny plastics with the help of a simple kitchen appliance, a kettle, and a simple water filter. Well, there you go. In their study, published in the journal Environmental Science and Technology Letters, the team, led by Zhanjun Li and Eddie Zhang, collected samples of hard tap water from Guangzhou, China, and spiked them with different amounts of nano and microplastics. The samples were then boiled for 5 minutes and allowed to cool before the team measured the amount of free-floating plastic present in each sample. Sorry, my eyes are just fucking closed on me. Alright. Hard water is rich in minerals and produces small quantities of a chalky substance called limescale, aka calcium carbonate, when it's boiled. If you live in an area with hard water, you'll recognize this as the white scum floating on the top of your tea and coffee. White scum, Londos. That's why your fight name. That's why we call you the lime scale. We call you the lime scale, Londos. White scum. Just kidding. Learn to play the drums, he says, Robbie. Learn to play the drums. I think Robbie can play the drums. I think he's actually a musical genius, Londos. I think he plays multiple instruments. I think he's got a lot of musical experience. Like real musical experience in school and stuff. Not self-taught like you. Where was I? The white scum, as the water boils, the white scum encapsulates the plastic particles, separating them from the rest of the liquid. Oh, okay. If this liquid is then poured through a simple filter, like a coffee filter, the floating lime scale, along with the encapsulated plastics, can be separated from the rest of the liquid. In fact, using this method removed up to 90% of the free-floating micro and nanoplastics present in the water. It's hard for me to read, guys. My eyes are closing. Although these effects were most pronounced in hard water, this method did still remove around 25% of the nano and microplastics. Shit. The simple boiling water strategy can decontaminate nano and microplastics from household tap water and has the potential for harmlessly alleviating human intake of Am I done? I'm done. Oh wow. That was rough there at the end. Juilliard is self-taught. Alright. Tell him to keep coming at me. Some other time, Lundas. I'm going to bed. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Hope we can do it again soon. Have a great night, everyone. Over now.